Okay, so this is not my dining room table. What we have here is the grapes have been sleeping for about 24 hours and they've taken a nap, and it's been a little chilly here last night. We were down to 59 degrees, which is not good for the fermentation process, so I decided to put a couple of blankets over the grapes, and hopefully I'm going to have some action going on. I got thermal blankets and so on, and then of course the top layer is actually a bag, plastic, and what I hope to see is the separation of the juice from the grapes, and it'll form like a crust layer, and that's what we're going to look at now, hopefully. Yeah, there it is. Alright, so, wow, the smell is unbelievable. If you were here, you'd get just a hit of alcohol already, and the smell of this whole fermentation process, and there's nothing like it. For people that are home winemakers, you know, or winemakers in general, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's just the most awesome smell you can ever have. Now, well, as far as making wine goes anyway. What's going to happen now is I'm going to take a tool, and I have a brand new rake that I use only for this process. So let's see if you can hear this. And what's happening is the fermentation, which is below the grape line, is underneath. And the idea here is to kind of get all the stuff from below up to the top. And you can kind of see it right there. It's kind of bubbling. That is the process of making wine. And this will go on for about 7 days. And this is called punching or pushing. And what we're doing is bringing the skins back down into the juice, because the skins have come up to the top and the juice is below. And this is the process of making wine. Now, again, a lot of people throw a lot of chemicals in this and all kinds of stuff. I'm doing this the way it was done in biblical times. This is all done by eye, smell, and taste. And it's the only way to fly. Okay, now we're going to go to the second vat, and hopefully the same situation sits underneath. And it does. Again, it's kind of pretty actually to look at. So all the grapes again have risen to the top in this vat, and I need to get my tool, push it down. See, it's starting to bubble. It'll get pretty violent in a couple of days actually, this process of the reaction, the chemical reaction between the skins and the meat of the grape is actually what's happening there, and all the elements combined and create wine. Every time I do this, I always wonder who actually figured this out way back when. I mean, who sat around with a bunch of grapes and decided to stick them in a vat, squish them up, and turn them into alcohol? And do you think they ever wondered that 2,000, 4,000 years later, there'll be a bunch of drunken people sitting in a bar somewhere drinking this stuff? I don't know, but I'm glad they figured it out.